Hello and welcome to another VOD review of me doing today. It's going to be an academy game between Immortals versus Team Liquid Academy, and so we'll have a look at what each team is going to offer. So Immortal Academy, they have a very standard team fighting comp, whereas Team Liquid Academy, they have an interesting comp with the Lulu top coming in. Lulu does pretty well into like like those cannon, like short, long range top laners. So along with like the Moonstaff build that everyone's been talking about, and it's going to empower the Yone and Olaf in the mid to late game. So it's going to be very interesting how they're going to utilize Lulu pick, along with they have a very good engage coming from Rel and the Yone and Olaf going into their backline. So Immortals wants to play to front to back, whereas Team Liquid wants to play, they want to engage onto them and play around like the Lulu's shield and up the buffs. So we'll get it right into how both teams are going to play. Obviously, like not much is going to happen at level 1. Ayla almost face check and dies here, so that was kind of interesting how he pathed from there. So both junglers are going to start on their top side of the jungle. The thing I kind of didn't like about when I watched this, I'd like what Potluck is doing. He's starting from top to bot because he's gonna assume that Izzy is gonna get priority over Yone because it's a range versus melee matchup, and their bot lane should play. Doesn't get a leash, isn't leashing, so he's expecting their bot lane to start from bot side. Whereas Armeo, he does a very interesting path with the chicken to golem. So like the good thing about this path is like you're gonna hit level, your camps are gonna respawn a lot quicker, and you're gonna be looking to pass from top to bot. And but the problem with this pathing is like your chicken is gonna spawn first, then your golem, so then your reds, then you're doing red. So essentially, like you're wasting a bit of a tempo in terms of like pathing. So I would have much rather see him do blue buff to top side instead of like doing chicken golem to red, because if you do blue, you're gonna do gromp, then you're gonna do wolves, then you're gonna naturally path through top side, which is a lane that you want to be playing around, because Lulu is going to get priority at the top lane against Snar until later into the stage of the game. So Potluck just both junglers are cleared all their top side, and they're gonna probably gonna clash at the bottom side. Then let's see who's gonna contest that bot Scuttle Crab. But looks like both the bot. This is why the bot lane of this matchup I do not know of, because I haven't seen enough like Rel game to judge like what Rel actually does. So like right now, Immortals goes in. They take a very favorable trade onto Team Liquid's bot lane, and that was a really good chunk. And now Team Liquid, Amao actually loses the Scuttle Crab, so like it reinforces like, why did you play through top to bot if you don't know like the priority? Okay, maybe their bot lane messed up, but it is Zyra Khan, and you're gonna lose mid priority regardless because it's range versus melee matchup. But you should know that Lulu does get priority over Nar in the early game. So if you do want to secure like a Scuttle Crab for sure, you should have done bot to top, or you could have done like chicken to bot side, then recall, then top side. But that is very inefficient pathing. So he is most likely gonna. I'm not sure if I don't think he gets double Scuttle Crab, because the mid wave is bouncing back, and yeah, so, and Potluck decides to just give it up, so good job by him. And I think Jenkins gets like a solo kill here, which is a really good job by him, managing to kill catch Tapoon off guard, so really good job by him. But anyways, like Jenkins should recall Ameo. He did manage to get the top Scuttle Crab, and now he's pathing from top to bot again. Unfortunately, Kaiser dies, but it is what it is right now. So it doesn't really impact like the whole state of the map, but it is like unfortunate that Kaiser did die. So Ameo, he's gonna do top to bot once again, but the Udia, he decides to recall before doing his golem. So Udia is gonna have tempo advantage over this Olaf. If this Udia starts up Dragon, he's gonna get it so because his bot lane has priority. So good job by Immortals so far, except for their top bit of a disaster happening. So Udia is just getting vision for his team, and is he actually going to hit the dragon? No, he's actually not going to hit dragon, so he's going to naturally path back to the top side. Ameo, like I said, he just power farmed through his jungle, so he's going to hit 6 naturally first. But like I said, like if he did path through bot to top, same thing would have happened, and he would have taken this scuttle crab. So like Potluck actually makes this mistake, I would say. Like I think he should have just do top to bot and just do like a full clear and just focus on the dragon instead of like wasting time here. Like even here, like he should know he smited the chicken, not the chicken, the scuttle crab. Therefore, he should just try and. I don't think he can really contest this because Lulu has priority and Yona has priority. So this blue buff, he exchanged this blue buff for the scuttle crab. So like he should realistically be playing through the winning lane that he has. And Rameo, he's reacting nicely to what happened in the state of the game. Like he does have like all both his camps up at top, but he is using this is something like it just seems like he did it naturally rather than like it's all part of the plan. And like both like especially Potluck, he needs to be down bot, taking this dragon and stacking up this dragon for like a win condition. Like the reason why they are fighting around here is Rakan is coming up because their bot lane has priority, which means they're giving up the next bot wave priority, and the bot lane of Team Liquid will have the push advantage. And obviously, Olaf with the smite advantage is going to take the blue buff, and yeah, so Ameo actually coming out of top on this this jungle trade so far. And like the thing like that Udia can do is like he should be invading enemy bot side and contesting these not these 3 camps, but potentially like these 2 camps. But he should be trying to feed this blue buff onto this Azir, because Azir not having that blue buff is very critical, because that means he cannot push as much as he wants, and yeah, he just doesn't have the priority that he has. Tapoon goes for like a very nice Q, and I believe he misses his Q here. Yeah, so like if he lands his Q, it would have been a kill. A bit unfortunate. It would have been 1 for 1. I'm not sure. But yeah, very unfortunate thing that happened to Tapoon. And still, like the dragon is not being taken for Potluck, which is a lot of like tempo loss coming from Immortals, because they want to be stacking this dragon, and Ameo getting the kill, getting the objective. He is actually playing really well in terms of like what's happening on the map, but he could have pathed in the early game much better, and he would have gotten less punished, and he would actually gotten a lot more out of his starting path. So yeah, so both junglers are exchanging jungle path. Objective, and yeah, not much is happening once again. But yeah, Azir goes for like a kill, and Yone actually gets clipped and actually dies for it. So why did this happen? Harry just needed to respect that his jungler was not on the map, because he decided to do extra bit of camp after the Herald. So that's why they don't have like the number advantage on the map, and Udia is just a lot more stronger on the map, regardless of Ameo taking a kill. So we need to have a look at back like what actually happened after, instead of watching this replay, because like Ameo decides to like full clear, go for like a greedy buy. So like either 2 things needs to happen. 1, after the Herald kill, just recall and get off the map and do a full clear, then start getting vision for your teammate. or two, if you're already committed into like full clearing, Harry just needs to play defensively and just wait until Ameo comes back online. Because once Ameo comes back into the map with the item, with the kill he had, he is going to be winning every single fight at the top side of the map. So he could potentially go top, push with Lulu, bring Lulu mid, and start putting Herald down mid. Because realistically, they're not taking that much tower play. They're not going to be taking tower elsewhere on the map. So I would like to see them to put the Herald mid, then get the second Rift Herald and put it down mid, because it's going to be very difficult for Team Liquid to be actually taking the mid lane, mid turret this game. So putting down Rift Herald mid would be very, very valuable for Team Liquid. So that's like the byproduct of what actually happened on the map, because he decides to full clear, and like, yes, Ayla is coming, but like, you have no vision around mid whatsoever, so you have no business of, like, this wave is already pushing in as well, so like, there's no reason for Harry to be playing this far forward. And in fact, Ayla actually gets to see, and he does his flash, but Joey's Rakan, that was a really good play by Joey, and this was really unfortunate timing for Pretty. I mean, like, unfortunate kill onto Ayla, because like, that was just so unlucky, miscalculation. I'm not sure. Maybe Ayla drank a potion, so yeah, very unlucky. If Pretty got that kill, it's like double kill into like 20 CS lead, so it's going to be very difficult for Immortals to actually, it's going to be very difficult for Team Liquid to get onto this as in the late game, if he gotten that 2 kills. So not much is happening. Once again, like, Ameo playing through the top side, so this is really good from last time we VOD reviewed Team Liquid. He's playing through his winning lane, and he needs to start planning out where he can start putting down this Herald. And on the flip side, Immortal wants to start stacking this dragon stack, and they're gonna start looking to win through the dragon. They're gonna have like one of the win condition they have through the dragon stacks. So yeah, so this bot vision is going to be super important for both these teams, because Immortal's bot lane is winning. They will get hit prior, and they can start contesting this vision. On the flip side, Team Liquid has a very strong Olaf, and like this, and he has a Lulu, so they do want to be playing through topside, but there is no objective whatsoever on the Summoner's Rift, so it's going to be very difficult for them to get anything, except for they're just going to put Herald down top. I'm not sure if this is going to actually destroy the tower. No, it didn't. So like I said, I would have loved to see this Herald being placed at mid by bringing Lulu. Yeah. So here comes, yeah, so like, this was, I think, like, very unfortunate by Pretty, and like, it was a nice try, but Ameo did a really good job of counter ganking, and if this Olaf gets fed, it's going to be quite scary for Immortals, because he does have this Lulu, and he Olaf with these items is super scary. And here comes, yeah, there was a very nice row engage, and Keith dies. Yes, Keith dies from Ayla's engage. So there was actually a really nice engage coming from Ayla. Yeah, and they are denying Immortal's dragon stack. So this was already like a it was one of the win condition coming for Immortal. Their bot was winning, their mid's winning. They just needed to take this dragon, but the flow of the game kind of cut because of what happened at mid and what happened at bot. So really nice play coming from Ameo being at the right position, but at the same time, like, very poor adaptation coming from Immortals, and they should recognize what they need to do to win this game. Like, the game isn't over, but like, it's just delaying the game for Team Liquid to scale up. Yep, and the Herald is naturally going to be Team Liquid's, because this Lulu is just so much more impactful with this Moonflow. It's not Moon Staff, but it's like Moonflow Stone. So this Lulu's naturally going to be so strong with Olaf being 2-0-1. Yeah, once again, don't really need to herald this. They're just going to face tank it, and yeah, they're going to take the top tower, so good job. But like I said, now they need to start bringing Lulu to mid and start sieging this mid tower, but it's going to be difficult because it is Azir. Yeah, and Immortals bot lane, going for a bit of a trade. Yep, and here comes a bit of a fight. Lulu is missing. No. Yep, Lulu is top. She has teleport ready. Yep, and Harry is actually playing really well, and he has his shield bow ready, so he has a lot of life steal with that Yone build. And this Udyr is going to do top to bot, so next dragon fight is going to be super important. And yes, and Lulu is now sticking with the team, and Immortal lost all their vision on the bot entrance to the river. So Azir's going to be coming back, and let's just see what actually happens. Joey actually engages onto Ayla. Yep, that's a very nice engage coming from Ayla once again. And I believe no one dies, but they actually opted in. Oh no, Keith dies. So they actually opted into like fighting them with with knowing Lulu being there. And Lulu right now is at her strongest point of the game because she has the Moonstone and the Staff of Water Flow. So ideally, and like Azir had his item power spike as well. But if you look at like the whole state of the map, the fight would have been very close, and Immortals chose to fight that, knowing that Lulu was coming down from the previous vision they had. And Azir is here. Harry's here. Yep. So not much is happening. Once afterwards, it's just Immortals trying to get something out of top side of the map. So the game is already in a weird state for Immortals because like their bot was winning, their mid was winning, and they essentially lost 2 dragons for free before like the dragon fight. So like something that Immortals can work on next time is like they need to focus on what's happening. Like the kills are good, but like they need to work on like the objective of the game, because it's not when you get the kill, it's more about what you get after it. And right now Team Liquid, they're stacking up kills and they're getting objective out of it. Joey comes for an engage, and someone flashed. I think it was Ayla that flashed out. So yeah, so once again, not much is happening around mid, but protecting this mid tower is super important. But bit of a wrong lane assignment coming from Immortals. They actually, it's a really smart lane assignment coming from Team Liquid. They're playing around this Lulu lane, and they're actually sending Yone to side lane to split push. So that's a very nice smart play coming from Team Liquid, and if they give vision to like Yone a little bit like what they did here, they can start Yone can start split pushing against this Gnar, and they can start this Ameo can start bringing Lulu to his teammate, and Lulu with Kai'Sa is good as well. So like they're actually playing really well in terms of like the lane assignment, and it's going to be very difficult for Tapoon to be. He's always going to be reacting on what he's going to do. He's not going to have that much priority. He doesn't have any priority in the lane, so he needs to see like what actually is going to happen with in the fight, and he needs to react accordingly. And Yun, yeah, this was a bit of an int by Yun, because like he knew like his team was taking blue, so there was no reason for him to be hitting that blue buff. So yeah, and like the Olaf is super strong, and the Lulu is like trying to heal him, shield him, like those kind of thing. And yeah, and Harry actually goes for like safe play. He actually could have killed Zoe there if he didn't E out earlier, but it was like them getting the Kai'Sa and the Rel dying at the start of the fight really showed like they can't like if they do have a proper 5v5, they should win like every single fight. But it's just Yeon was a bit greedy on taking the mid tower. It was really unnecessary, and like that tower was like dead anyway. So like there was no reason for him to like go for that greedy like last hit on the tower. Yep, Ayla needs to base again, and here comes the dragon. And this time Immortals actually have the like the terrain advantage due to the fact like the Team Liquid member not being on the map, and like Ayla is like greedy, like he's being greedy with the ward, but he actually gets poked out. So like he could have actually gotten this vision if he was like full HP. So like he just needed to wait for his team, and he's regaining health through like plant, but he needs to realize that once he is chunked, he can't like face check again. Well, he can, but he's just going to be half HP, right? And the thing is, like, if Immortals get the vision, if Immortal gets the terrain advantage and the vision before Team Liquid, it's going to be very difficult. Well, it's like Ameo can tank it and Ayla can tank it through Lulu's shield, but it's like it's hard for them to break through this Azir, especially he has this 2-item power spike coming from him. Yeah, like Yone is strong, like everyone, like pretty much top side of the map of Team Liquid is very strong, but it's just this Azir is still forced to be reckoned with. And he's actually doing dragon by himself. They take the dragon, and Team Liquid actually hits the Baron. Can they actually take it? I believe they do, because they know Udyr doesn't have flash. So this was a very nice play coming from Team Liquid. I believe they actually get the Baron, and they actually, if they actually can get out, they can actually like win this whole thing. And yeah, so like Ayla goes for like a re-engage. There was a really nice re-engage coming from him, but I believe like Harry's ult kind of missed or something. Yeah, if it went here, like they would have like cleaned this fight. So this was a bit of a unfortunate ult timing coming from Harry. But other than that, yeah, so like they got the Baron, so they should be happy with where they are, because like it's 2 dragon apiece. So like going back to Immortals, like problem early game was that these 2 dragons should have been theirs, and if they did get both of those dragon, it's gonna be dragon soul points. So like very like Immortals played it well, but it's just the execution and like their choice of like where to pressure on the map was just a bit poor. Yep, and Team Liquid actually they have the Baron buff, so it's going to be it's their time to push advantage, and they actually 3,000 gold ahead. Probably the jungle difference, I guess, because Ameo is very, very strong right now, and like Harry is strong as well. So like it's just a lot of like 2 tower difference plus bit of a CS difference as well. Yeah, so like not much else to VOD review, because like it's just gonna be team fight fight fiesta. So yeah, and once again, like Immortals, if they get into the position before Team Liquid does, it's gonna be very easy for them to secure like an objective, and this Azir is just doing so much damage. And the thing is, like Tapoon is already committed into the Mountain Dragon, even though it's not up, so it's gonna be very difficult for Team Liquid to fight these if they're in the choke. Yep, so Yearn actually, he once again like not very he wasn't positioned very well. Like I'm sure like the call might have been hey, stop their recall, I can get the tower, but 1 step too forward, and yeah, you're too far forward into like Joey's Rakan engage range. So yeah, so like now Immortals has 3 dragon up in their sleeve, and yeah, so we should see what actually happens. Yeah, so Team Liquid, they got the like the terrain advantage on the Baron this time, and they know this time that like they should know this Udyr doesn't have flash, so they can force like another burst, but instead they actually like Harry gets like an amazing Yone ult this time and get to their backline. And the thing is, like, this is what their comp should do, and like Kaiser should like draw aggro onto like Udyr and Rakan, and they should ult instantly to their backline. And the only person that's going to be left on the back should be like Lulu, and she should be self-sufficient when it comes to peeling to herself, because she has Glitter Lance, and she has like Whimsy, and she has Polymorph, she has Flash to get away. So like that was a very nice team fight execution coming from Team Liquid, and they're awarded with another Baron. So like the gold lead keep increasing, because like Team Liquid is taking like these major objective, and like the thing is, like Immortals, they have 3 dragons, but they should have already had like a 4th dragon on top of maybe a potential Elder fight as well. Yeah, so like all in all, like this game, like I think both Team Liquid and Immortal played it well. It's just like some part of the aspect of the game, the teams didn't play it well. So like Immortals, they definitely had like an edge at the start, and they just fall flat later on, because they didn't play around like the winning objective, and like playing around like the winning lane they had. So like another thing like Team Liquid could do better is like they don't need to spend that much resource at top. Like Lulu is naturally winning that lane, and they should be like putting Rift Herald at mid, and like if Ameo like pathed from bot to top, he would have naturally gotten his he would have naturally passed through topside and get much more objective out of that. And the thing is, like, on the flip side, Team Liquid did their team fighting has been really phenomenal when it comes to like, especially around like Baron area. So really good job by them. And yeah, I think this is like when Immortals kind of through, and this is like counter push, and Team Liquid actually wins from here. So good job by Team Liquid, but I definitely think like Immortals had it until they didn't. So like Immortals, like they played it really well. They played like the laning phase well. Team Liquid, their laning phase wasn't as crisp as Immortals, but their Ameo and Jenkins, they played the Olaf Lulu really well, and they started helping the other lanes, and Ameo counter ganked really well as well. So good job by them. But the thing is, I still think like Immortals had so much to do, and if they just stacked up the dragon nicely, they could have come out of this game ahead. And one thing about Ameo, I keep saying to him every week, I think, just focus on like his jungle pathing. Could have been a lot better, and like this time he's playing through his winning lane, so that's really nice to see. But anyways, like thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.